Hi everyone, this is Ravi. Welcome to my YouTube channel. As you all know, I have already published 5 YouTube videos covering the basic concepts and advanced concepts of generative AI based automation tool called testRigor. In my previous lesson, I've showed you how can we perform data driven testing by using inbuilt feature called datasets and by using the external files like CSV files. So I'm going to cover some more advanced concepts in this particular lesson. Please do subscribe to the channel, click on the bell icon, you'll receive notifications whenever I publish more videos. Don't forget to like and share the video. Thank you. This is our lesson 6, which is very important lesson where I'm going to teach you how can we perform cross browser testing, cross platform testing, and how can we perform parallel testing by using generative AI based test automation tool called testRigor. Now let us jump onto the system and see how can we perform these 3 different types of testing by using testRigor. So here is the test case register account that we automated in our earlier session. Let me show you what is the test case. What we have done, we have automated test cases by using a plain English language. What is the scenario that we automated? We have automated a scenario called register an account, where I'm entering all the details that are required to register an account as a new user. I'm prompting a plain English language. That's it. Now let us enhance this particular test case to perform cross-platform, cross-browser and parallel testing. So now if I want to perform a cross-platform testing or a cross-browser testing in parallel, how can we do that? In testRigor, it is an inbuilt functionality. You need not to configure any dependencies like Selenium grid, or you need not to do any other configurations. It's all inbuilt. It's just one click away. You can start performing parallel testing, cross-browser testing and cross-platform testing. I'll show you how easy it is to perform all these types of testing. For that, what we need to do, under test suite, go to settings, scroll down, there is an option called settings, select the settings, and if you see, you have all these options, authentication, proxy, all these, right? You can find an option called multiple browsers. If you select that option, if you scroll down, you can see here by default the testRigor is going to execute all your test cases on Windows and Chrome, because while creating a test suite we have selected this configuration. If I want to add multiple browsers across platforms, so let's do one thing. Here I have added platform Windows and browser Chrome. I would like to add a platform Ubuntu and browser Chrome. You need to select this and then click on add browser. And then if you want to add another browser type, go to Windows. Let's say I would like to add Edge, and now click on add browser. It's going to add another browser. Let's say within Windows I would like to add Firefox, and then simply select add browser. So that means now you have 3 different browsers. One browser related to Windows, another browser related to Ubuntu, Edge, Firefox, right? And then if you scroll down, if you want to add any external infrastructure providers like Browser Stack, Lambda or Sauce Labs, you can directly select those and configure them, and you can execute your test cases directly onto external cloud infrastructures as well. Okay, so let's do one thing. Let us run the test case on all these cross platforms and cross browsers. So now whatever the test cases that you create in this particular test suite, those are going to run on all these browsers by default. If you want to remove any one of the browser, you can simply click on remove, right? So now let's go back back to our test case and see if I can run on all these browsers at a time. You can see here we have all different types of browsers. But one thing is, you should not forget to save these settings. Here at the bottom right side, you have a button called Save. As soon as you click on Save, that means whatever the test cases that you create in this test suite is going to run by default on all these browsers. So now let's go back to our test case. And now if you see earlier runs, you should see only Windows Chrome here and your data set, right? You see only Windows Chrome. Now if I run this particular test case, I should be able to see all those browsers: Windows, Firefox, Edge and Safari. So let's click on retest. So now you can see here Windows Chrome it is showing, Windows Edge, Windows Firefox, Windows Safari. So that means it's going to start executing on all these browsers. You can see first Windows Chrome is activated. All 5 rows is going to execute on Windows Chrome, and then it's going to start executing on Windows Edge, and then Windows Firefox and OS Safari. So you can see here now, when I go to the view test runs, see here now, Chrome it is running, Firefox also it is running, and Mac Safari also it is running. That means first row is being executed on Chrome, Firefox, Safari, right? You can see here, and then also it gonna execute on Edge, and then your second row is gonna execute on all these browsers. See here, you can see now. So once first row is completed on all browsers, it is executing parallelly, and then it's going to start your second row on all 4 browsers, and then it's going to start executing third row on 4 browsers, right? So that's how it's going to complete running all data sets on 4 different browsers in parallel. See here, first row is completed on Chrome, Firefox, Edge, Safari, and your second row started on Chrome, Firefox, Edge, Firefox and Safari, right? So this is how you can perform cross-platform, cross-browser testing in parallel. So you can see if you go to the bottom of your page, it is showing you what OS it is running. So these are the 5 different data sets running on Chrome, Edge, Firefox, Safari. And then this is your next data set, Chrome, Edge, Firefox, Safari, right? Rest all in queue. So now let us go to my test case here in another view. See here, you can see everything is visible here. All data sets, 3 of them are completed on Chrome. Let's click on Edge. So this is your Microsoft Edge results. And then this is your Windows Firefox results. You can see 2 of them are completed, 3 are pending. On Safari, again, 1 is completed, 4 of them are pending. So it's gonna execute all combinations on 4 different browsers. So we are able to perform all these kinds of testing by using plain English language. When I click on edit test case, you can see this is our test case. I just entered a plain English language of 9 steps. That's it. And I'm simply able to test this particular scenario on all browsers, all platforms, and in parallel. That's the magic of your testRigor automation tool. Now let us see the report. Let's go back to our main page, and here if you see my last run reports, if you open the reports, so you can see overall results 100% passed. How many test cases? We ran 20 test cases, which means 5 different data sets on 4 browsers. If you see Safari on OS X, 5 passed, Edge on Windows, 5 passed, Chrome on Windows, and then Firefox on Windows. See how detailed report you can see on what browser, how many test cases passed or failed. Hope you all understand today's concepts. If you have any queries, leave your queries in the comment box. I'll try to respond to your queries. Thank you.